warm. Heck yeah, you can cook. And today we're going to make my baked split chicken breast with beets, sweet potatoes. Yes, it is as good as it sounds. While I've got everybody's attention, please like, share, and subscribe. We love getting new subscribers every day. Love growing the channel. Check us out on TikTok, join our Facebook group, and find us on Pinterest as well. Today's tool needs a good kitchen knife. I've got mine right here. I'll chop it. I've got some paper towels. A little life hack coming up. Make sure you have a nice couple paper towels folded over. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that in just a second. Temperature probe, because I don't know how to read the chicken temperature without it. And then, of course, we're going to need a 4-quart baking dish. You can use a smaller one. Whenever I'm cooking with greens, which I am today, I like the larger quart baking dish. A pair of tongs to work with the chicken. You need a cooling rack afterwards, and of course a couple plates and things like you normally do. Ingredients you're going to need. I'll start the show today right here. I got 3 lovely split chicken breasts. They are huge. If you don't want to serve them this big, you can cut them in half and cook beforehand, or once they've cooled, cut them in half then and then serve. So this can serve 3 gigantors or 6 normal human beings, depending on what you'd like to have. Also, I've got 2 regular beets, and we're going to show how we chop these in a little bit. I've got 3 small to medium sweet potatoes. I've got 3 cloves of garlic, and we have chopped and minced that. And I've got a pint of cherry tomatoes. And these are, you know, the kinds that come in the store. I've just rinsed them, put them back in their container. And the spices today, well, of course, you're going to need some grapeseed oil. And we're going to be using that as a drizzle across the top. And I don't put it in the container. You can. We use about 2 or 3 tablespoons, but I kind of go by feel. You're going to need 1 Sorry, folks. 1 heaping teaspoon, how about a teaspoon and a half, of cumin, 1 heaping teaspoon of curry. All right. Now I set, because I'm working with raw chicken, I just pour some salt out, work with it with the chicken, and then I will discard it so I don't cross my salt container. And the same thing with my cracked black pepper, I do the same thing. So now I've also got a bunch of beautiful Swiss chard. Hey, look at that. It wants to go in the dish so bad. I've got some beautiful Swiss chard here, and we're going to be cooking with this as well. And I'm going to show you the prep on what I did with the sweet potatoes and the beets. And we're going to start with the beets. And the beets are basically cubed. Now, if you don't like to get red stuff all over your fingers or your cutting board, I'm going to show you a life hack, and also make sure you wash your hands as soon as you finish working with the beets. So these are basically cut into wedges. You want them that about 1 inch thick and 1 inch wide, because that's how long, that way they'll soften while they're cooking, and this makes a beautiful dish. Now what I've done here, and I'll get the chopped garlic out of the way, is you take the paper towel. Got your nice cutting board here. You don't want to be beet red. And I just take and cut a slice. We'll do a close-up of this for you. Cut it into thirds. Turn and cut across. Now, I am not a big peeler. There you go. Got your wedge right there. I don't like to peel my beets or my sweet potatoes. I like the skin on. I like that hearty feel. If you wish to do so, you can. We'll do that again. Now, hopefully I mentioned this while we're doing it. You're going to want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees on the roast setting, 375 on the roast setting. Now, as you can tell, there we go. We're going to wash our hands real quick and come back. The stain is on paper towel. Now that we've got those done, I'll show you the sweet potatoes. Basically, it's the same thing. I take that little piece off there, cut in half again. There you go, everybody. Put them right in your bowl. This really is not a whole lot of prep, especially if you don't peel. That may be the main reason I don't peel. I'm lazy. Sweet potatoes are done. Everything's prepped except for the Swiss chard. Beautiful Swiss chard. Now, I just take a little bit of the stem off. I really like the stem in my dishes. It does come out very soft and tender, unlike other greens. And this is Swiss chard. You may see it as red chard. You may see it as just chard. All right? And it's a great word if you like to play Scrabble or Words with Friends, C-H-A-R-D. But there it is right here. What I do is I'll just come up the stem, cut it lengthwise, and then cut it back across. pieces as they will cook down and add a lot of color, a lot of flavor to the dish. Now I'm going to move the camera and I'm going to come over to the top here. We're going to see myself fixing this in the pan, because right now I do everything in the pan. And then we'll put it in at 375. Okay, we've come over to the actual baking dish. As you see, we put our nice beautiful Swiss chard here. At this time, I simply work in all of the sweet potatoes. And we can save ourselves some time here. We throw in all the beets. Work that together. Da-da-da-da. Now I take the tomatoes, and I put the tomatoes, and I try not to bury them, because I want them to cook and I want them to burst. And we want that flavor to come out. We don't put all of them in there. Leave about that many. And let's do that really fast. Leave about that many. And then we're going to put those on top of the chicken as well. Now at this time I slightly season with salt and pepper. And sprinkle in a little bit of the garlic. Just a little bit. I want to say about half, maybe about half. A pinch of the curry and the cumin. Taking your grapeseed oil, lightly go across. Place the chicken breast right on top. Put the biggest mama jama in the middle. Now we're going to salt and pepper these. And we're going to work under the skin. I'll start on the middle piece here. See how the skin lifts up? Ta-da! Little pepper. Little salt. Little cumin. Little curry. Rub it in. A little bit of the garlic. Close it back up. Yay! Repeat. Now that we've gotten them all on the inside, I like to turn over just a little bit, because there's two sides to every story. Lightly season the back side. Now that we've done that, I go back over the top, just sprinkle some salt lightly across the top of the skin. Same thing for the black pepper. And the rest of the cumin and the curry. Place a couple of the tomatoes on top of the breast. Take your grapeseed oil, drizzle across the top of the chicken. Remember your probe thermometer? Set it to 165. Work that bad boy in. Folks, we're going to put this in the oven. We'll come back and see what it looks like. And we'll take the chicken off, rehydrate everything, all the vegetables, plate it, and get ready to serve. Ta-da! Thermometer's gone off. We're going to take that beautiful chicken breast off. Try to remove the greens. There you go. We're going to set these off. And now we're going to stir, rehydrate the chard. Look at those colors, folks. Is that just not the prettiest dish? Stir that up. Just a few minutes. Get all those greens back hydrated again. Take your plate. One dish meal. Make you a bed. Like so. Take a chicken breast. Like so. I'm going to put some Swiss chard and tomatoes. Set it on top. Ta-da! There you go, everybody. This is my split chicken breast, sweet potatoes and beets. Hope everybody enjoys. Have a wonderful day.